Hello YouTube, how the hell are you? My name is Vac, and we're here this morning to play some Marvel Strike Force. So come along, shall you? Let's get some alerts sent out real quick, and then we will get to the action, which will be starting shortly. In 3 minutes we have a war starting, which should be just enough time to get these alerts going, let a few people jump into the channel, and we'll go from there. So I hope everybody's having a fine day out there in this crazy, chaotic world. It's a good day for a little strike force. All right. It is a great day for a little strike force. So let's get down to it, shall we? Let's get down to it. So, all right. All the Mortys are informed. Let's grab our orbs. And 1 minute, 1 minute. How did we do on Arena overnight? We did fall to number 2. Probably Lucky hit me again. Yeah, Lucky. All right, we'll get that in a minute. But it seems like hanging out at number 2 is probably going to be the thing to do. But I don't know if Lucky plays during the period where everything's calculated. So we might try it. We might just hit him and see if we can sit at number 1 all day. I doubt it. It might end up costing me cores. So what we got here? We got a U7 raid completion reward. We got 60%. I love it. I love it. And we're about to get the war started. All right, so we're playing nobody. All right, so I'm seeing no buffs, middling teams, really kind of low. No buffs, middle of the road. Okay, and there's security underneath this. And stacked teams. And stacked teams. So I'm betting that's the way they don't want us to go. More than likely then, I don't know what they have right here, but that's probably their kill box if they have one built. So that if that's security over here, and there's nothing under here that's a buff, that means engineering is probably right here. So I think we should go right down the pipe. Just shoot through whatever we got on these first 2 here, flight deck 2, whatever they got down here is their kill box. We'll just move through it, and we'll take engineering apart. And I bet you down here, adjacent to engineering, will be all the good rooms. I'm betting. We'll find out when we get there. There's no other way. We just gotta clear in. So let's take a look at the guys in flight deck 2, and figure out which one's going to be the easiest to clear down. All right, so looking at them over here on Baxos, I'm looking at Johnny 87 and Evil Devil. Not the greatest names, but Johnny 87 is 5'3". Evil Devil, predictably lower rank, 3 million. So Evil Devil it is. We'll come back for Johnny later in the war. So we'll call this out for all the Mortys. Target is Evil Devil and Flight Deck 2, clear and move down. And that should get them going. There is no team uncovered here yet. 298 is pretty strong, but that's not a great team, right? And just a little low for me. It's a 100K punch down on a shit team. I'm just not going to do that. I will reserve my attacks for the moment. We might have something that we can clear that with Baxos. So let's swap over and take a look at that. So now you're looking at Baxos. This is my my second account, my free-to-play account that I've inherited from my brother, who started this game and this alliance with me. Let's see here. While you're looking at Baxos real quick, I'm gonna check our defense. They have not started yet, so okay, that's a good sign. So with Baxos, we might have something that can take a 298. We might not. It's hard to say. I mean, I know my BKT can, right? I know it can. Brotherhood should probably be able to handle this with no issues. Brotherhood should probably be okay. Let's try it. So hello and good morning to all the Mortys and non-Mortys joining us right now. My name's Vac and we're playing some Marvel Strike Force. Currently I'm playing Baxos, my free-to-play account. But let's grab all these guys. Let's jerk them in here together. There's no reason not to go straight to it and get the wombo combo going. So yeah, I'm gonna see if I can't get some help in clearing this Kingpin. And then we're going to start spreading the deeps around. Get the taunt up. The new configuration of Brotherhood, it makes such a huge difference being able to taunt immediately with Toad and then, or with Blob, and then kind of with Toad, but with Blob, and then pick up a taunt later on Juggernaut. It's just a really effective combination where they're much better at protecting their squishies now. Alright, we're starting to wear them down, but we're also ran through our combo. So it's basically basic attacks from here. So now it's just a matter of wearing them down. They do have the possibility of summoning a healer, and we do not. They got 2 boomers instead, but that might be even more dangerous. Might be even more dangerous. If we lose our pyro here, this is trouble. Okay. Let's get rid of... Oh, come on, Death Proof. Come on, Death Proof. Let's get rid of him so he doesn't rebuff anybody. Okay, let's start getting these boomers out of here. Alright, and then let's say Gamora's probably the worst DPS that we're facing right now. And then let's start working on Mary Poppins. Ooh, we're in a tight one here. All right, let's get back on jugs. Ooh, can blind again. That's a long fight for a Brotherhood team to go this long. Usually if it goes this long, they don't do well. But this was such a poorly composed rando team that, you know, we pulled through. Good afternoon, Thomas. How are you, sir? All right, so we're 3 teams in now to Flight Deck 2. That leaves another really weird rando team. I don't know if my power armor will be able to punch up on that with Baxos. I mean, I know Vax will, but that's a big punch down, in fact, which is why we're not going to do it. I got a 242 brawler team and a 211. So that would be better than 100k punch up. I'm not confident in that. These are all pretty good characters. They're all pretty good characters. Let's put the brawlers in there and see if we can't make a dent at them at least. It must be a nice feeling to be off work till Saturday. Alright, so let's go right at Falcon and hope we can overwhelm him with this first burst of damage, and we can. So that puts us in a good position. Let's start getting down War Machine. I knew that was going to hurt. I was trying to get rid of him before he did that. Ah, man. I really needed my Danvers. It's the strongest member of this team. So it's really going to be up to Miss Marvel to pull this out now. And it's going to be tight. Oh, nice. Good job. I like that. I love the dodge on Spider-Man. Sometimes it's really timely. This is not my favorite brawler configuration, but it's his best characters for it. And he's not really at the point where he can build a symbiote Spider-Verse yet. We're getting there. So here's just hoping that we can wear the big guy down here without him freaking healing himself. A little stun right here would help. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. All right, so that's one more down. Well, good for you, man. I'm glad. How old's your kid? Okay, now a couple 200K teams. Still not well composed. This guy's got his pun fenders split up. He's got, like, look at these. None of these teams make a damn bit of sense. Like, this is Noob City. I feel bad for this guy. Like, if one of y'all were putting together teams like this, rest assured we'd be having a private conversation about it. I get antsy when I see people's positioning off. This would kill me. I cared less about it early. I ran the old version of Brotherhood, but I was using Baxos. That was not Vac. So Vac's got nobody to attack. While we're here on Baxos, let's go ahead and jump into his energy for the morning. And then we'll swap back over and do the same. for VAC. So let's grab our stuff. We're going to go to the event. Get what we can out of it. Moving on. We'll come back for milestones last. Grab our mats. Let's see, which one is this? Only cosmic characters? He's got a fairly decent cosmic team. They have almost completed this a few times. I think they've one-started a few times, but I'm going to give it one more shot. It might be easier with Asgardians, but his Asgardians are not as strong as his BKT by a long shot. Yeah, there's a bunch of great targets here, but you got to hit Drax. Let's get a cleanse going on here. Ugh. Don't think I'm going to be able to keep up with the reses. Okay, well, we're not ready for that just yet. Not with that team. 17, 18 in October, man. What a great age. What a great age to be. Full of energy, vitality. You got the best body you're probably ever going to have in your life. And you don't know shit, but you don't know that. So, you know, it's very much a Dunning-Kruger effect at that age. You think you're old enough to know it all. You don't yet. Walking around with all the confidence in the world. Oh, to be young again. Okay, so let's spend some basic energy on him. We're going to buy as much as we can manage with our cores, which is going to be the 600 today. All right. So we're gonna farm some assaulter. Then we're going to farm some security, maybe the last day of farming security. Indeed it is. All right. So we can take security off this favorited list. Oh, that's assaulter. Never mind. No, we want to keep assaulter as security. There we go. And that is fewer characters we're going to have to farm every day. We'll probably end up adding one more to this. In fact, I'm fairly certain I know who I want to put on there. So we got to get our Hellish Shards farmed every day. We're definitely still farming Hand Assassin. We're going to break our own rules and farm her all the way to 7 because we really need to get Phoenix to 7. Shocker, we're going to farm up because we're trying to work up that Sinister 6. He's getting there. He's almost done. And now that we have we're fewer characters that we're doing this with, I'm going to run down here to the Sinister 6 and have a quick look. Yeah, that's all we're going to need, man. We don't need to farm Green Goblin now. So let's see. I'll just take a quick glance here and see if there's any character in particular that we probably should be farming. I would love for it to be Minerva, but of course we can't do that. Graviton's not possible. Sif's not possible. In fact, let's sort by star rank. The easiest way to do this. So we know that none of these need to be fooled with. All of his 7s, all of his 6s. We're not messing with any of that. We want to get down here to the 5s. All right. Graviton, Sif, Captain Marvel, all not farmable. Sorceress and Elektra are farmable. Deadpool needs to be ranked up right now. Hey. We'll take that. Oh, man. Yeah, Chris, you did not know everything when you were 17, buddy. You don't know everything now. I mean, don't get me wrong. You're a real smart engineer, knowledgeable fella. But you didn't know everything at 17. Come on. Come on. And as for drinking at 16, I mean, we do that over here too. It's just not legal, right? It's just not legal. But everybody does it. There are plenty of people who drink their ass off from about 16 to 21 and then quit, right? Move on with their lives. Plenty of lifelong drinkers too, don't get me wrong. Let's see here. Maybe Hand Sorceress. I'm not so sure that hand team is really something I'm sweating that bad. Elektra, no. Vision. Can we farm Vision? We cannot farm Vision yet. Need to get back on that Mystic campaign. Let's see here. Winter Soldier, Psylocke, Hand. Look at this. Storm's got an upgrade. Look at all these upgrades I'm missing on this. I don't get to the bottom of this roster very often. Now we're down to the characters that don't really get much love at all. It would not be a bad idea to eventually get a Merc team going on him on their defense, on his defense. Yeah, okay. Let's see, Elsa. It's a good thing he's got a lot of money. We do have a Domino rank up. Okay, so looking at what we got here, then Vision is really the one I think I would like to farm. Let's take a look at Mystic 3-9. I'd love to, but no. Yeah, he's done everything but this one. Oh, this is the God Thor. That's right. This is the God Thor. I don't know. We really have. Let's try Thanos out, Jugs in. Nah, we got to go with Thanos. We'll try it real quick. See, that would, no driver's license till you're 18 would be supremely difficult in the States. We're just, geographically, we're so spread out. It's such a big continent and country that our cities are built way more spread out than a European city. And it would just, there's just no way you could get by without a car, right? Like in our country, a lot of times not having a car means you can't have a job because you can't get there, right? Unless you're lucky enough to be employed at some place within short walking distance. Oh man, yeah. Now licenses are just cheap here. They're like $60 to get licensed. But yeah, that's what I'm talking about. It's just $60 to get licensed, and honestly, it would be a great imposition on parents if they were not able to license their children at 16 and buy them a car. Don't get me wrong, 16-year-old drivers suck. They are terrible drivers. But it's at that age generally that parents start, letting kids drive themselves to school and stop busing, and they start using the kids as like gophers and shoppers and things like that. Go get this, go get that, help out the family. Because if there's one thing that Americans generally are, it's pressed for time. right? So the kids have to pitch in and help out. They have to carry their little brothers and sisters around to different events and shit, because there's always sports going on and shit like that. So yeah, I mean, it would be difficult to exist in the USA without a car. We are definitely a car culture, and our cities are laid out that way. If you were trying to live in most American cities, like, if you don't have a car, like, you'll be able to eat, but you're probably only going to have 2 or 3 places to pick from. And, you'll be able to have some entertainment, but it's going to be severely limited. You're going to have 1 or 2 bars that you'll be able to get to if you live in the right part of town. And you might be around nothing. You might be near an industrial zone, or, something to that effect, or deep in a residential zone where you have to walk for fucking 5 miles to get to any kind of store. Or all the people living in the country, for God's sake. There's plenty of people living out in the middle of nowhere in this country where, like, the best they can get to on foot is a gas station, and nobody wants to live out of a gas station. So, just cars are super necessary. So I can see that we're into it is indeed cargo bay that is their kill box. So anyway, we did open up that vision node, and that's fantastic. So what I'm going to do is run it here, and we're going to go to vision. And I don't think he's this far down. Did I pass him? I must have. Maybe he is that far down. There he is. All right, so let's get him and start farming him, because Baxos is still using him on his power armor team. All right, so let's reset everything back to the way it should be. Okay, there we go. It is. So heading on up. Let's see what's going on with our aim now. We're still working on a piece of gear for Graviton, and have been for, I want to say, a couple days. But he spends most of his energy farming shards, and that's really the way it ought to be. All right, so that's all we're getting on that today. Let's see what we got. Achievements here. Rank up characters. That helped a little bit. Ooh. It is pretty dangerous to be a cyclist here. You will get killed out on those roads. And most cyclists keep it to parks and neighborhoods and don't really get out on the highways. There's no doing that. Mopeds as well. You don't see a lot of mopeds around here. Or if you do this, out on dirt trails. See here, we're working the thing. We're working Rhino. We'll take these damage. Now we're good on that. Actually, with Baxos, we're good on most of this. But we do need tech gear. None available. Oh wait, right there. We'll take those phosphates. I will maybe need those syringes. Yep, take those syringes. Probably good on titanium. Grab a few resistance catalysts just to finish off the daily. Let's see here. We got some raid orbs to open. Yeah, I wish that America had better public transportation. It's usually not a very good option, right? In fact, most of the white people in the country just refuse to use it, right? Like, that's for the other people, right? Like, oh, we got cars. Yeah. It's the way a lot of middle-class white people act. I've been on a bus or two in my life. You know, you can get a ride that way. but it's seen as a major ding to your status around here. So we're definitely picking up Graviton. Oh, no, we're not. We don't have war credits. We don't have enough war credits. Oh, saddest day of my life. I'm kidding. Okay, so not going to bite on Sif or Doctor Strange. Yeah, cyclists get like that here in places like New York City, but most areas you just don't see them. You just don't see them at all, particularly in inner cities. Okay, we'll grab those milestones then, and it'll be time to get on to the to all the various modes of play. One thing that we can do before we get off Baxos is get in an arena fight with him, which will help me get his daily done. I'll get in another one later. Little Negasonic love. Can't wait to get some more of that on Vac. And then all of these new orbs show up. But we'll take them because, you know, Vax does need most of these shards. And there we go. Stack up on catalysts. Little blue gear. Even on Baxos, we're not really that concerned with blue gear. We'll definitely take those T4s. All right. So one arena fight. Then we're back over to the big guy. We'll keep things rolling. Oh, wait. No, I'm sorry. I'm being remiss in my duties. I need to be calling this war. Okay, so we need to get through Cargo Bay. They have not even started on us yet. That is beautiful. So looking at this, we're looking at Captain Bang Bang and Nilox. And we're just going to move down through this room. There's even a possibility we don't come back for this room later. But we'll see. We'll see. So Captain Bang Bang and Nilox. Captain Bang Bang is 3.2. And which immediately makes it not that effective of a kill box. Oh, don't get me wrong. $17,000 is a cheap car here too. I mean, for a new car, right? Like you'll never get a new car for that much. All right, where's Nilox? There you are. So Nilox is 4, but Captain Bang Bang is a little bit lower. So let's work our way down through Captain Bang Bang. I'm going to call that out. All right, so we got that called out. Now let's go fight that. Let's go fight that arena battle on Baxos. Now there's a fairly booming used car industry in the U.S. Because it's just, like I say, it's crippling not to have a car in the States. It's not a luxury. It's mostly a necessity for most people. So yeah, let's see what we can get into here. Let's see if there's a team available that we might could beat. Punching up on Asgard is tough. Look at this team right here. They got an Ultron. We got an Ultron though, and otherwise that's not a great team. Yeah, let's try them. Let's try them. Now you can get used cars here in good shape, starting at about 9 or 10 grand. That's probably the best price you're ever gonna find, though. Let's go right up there, Ultron. Try to get him out of here before he summons a lot of crap. We know he's gonna summon a few, but I just don't want him to get 10 people on the field. I think we'll do all right because we got Rocket. If we can keep Rocket alive, he'll do good at clearing that crap. But I would still feel better if we get Ultron out of here as fast as possible. Of course, they have both Hulk and Captain America waiting to ruin my plans on that. Yeesh. There went both my squishies. Yes, hit bots. There you go. Oh, they resisted all the blinds. This is not going well. This is not going well at all. But hey, the main thing I'm worried about with Baxos is just, you know, it's not going to be a huge core difference whether I win these fights or not. So I just want to make sure I get in here and I fight them. I win what I can. I don't worry about what I can't. Let's hope he clears this taunt. No. We need to get Rocket back out here badly. All right. Let's go right back at Ultron again. We need to get him off the field one more time. Same thing though. We get a Hulk in our face. Again, let's hopefully that this will get rid of his taunt and get another free attack out of it. But that's okay. We can get right back on Ultron. Oh God, no. Let's get Rocket back out here. Let's do what we can. Probably should have just tried to kill Ultron with him. I screwed that up. Oh no, this whole thing just fell apart. Fuck my life. What'd you get, Thomas? I haven't bought a new car in a while. Ugh. If I could have just been doing that earlier, man, the RNG didn't go my way. Losing, not being able to resurrect Rocket like that sucked. But that's all right. That's one attack out of the way. It's not like he was going to rocket up to number 1, right? So we're going to swap your view back over to Vac, and we're going to get him started. Now we need to do all the same shit on Vac. We need to go to the event, the Serendipity event. With Vac, we're going to go ahead and drop some cores. And I'm going to pick up 600 cores worth of energy, which will equal 900 energy. Which is enough energy to farm all the hard nodes out. So we just systematically roll through all these. I don't want to fight them. Definitely not doing that. Okay. Then we're going to buy 600 cores worth of energy for regular consumption. That's good. Okay. Let's do our challenges, shall we? Now, there's not going to be any mystery here. We are going to be farming catalysts. That's just all we're doing right now. We're attempting to raise up the symbiotes. Right? I would love to finish up a character like the only Black Order I don't have to 14 is Cull Obsidian here. And I would love to finish him up, but what he needs is the same mini uniques that these symbiotes are going to need. And I can't have that. He tanks fine. He's fine, right? Everything's fine. So yeah, we focus on the symbiotes. Who should be down here somewhere. Probably already passed him. Let's go to Spider-Verse. We'll just sort for the win. Or we can just go straight to symbiotes. There we go. All right, so Symbiote Spider-Man is really the one we want to get capped to 14 first, and he is, I think, the closest. He's at 13. These other two are 12. But I'm going to go ahead and try to get Venom to 13. Next, mostly what we need are these health catalysts. But also we need, of course, 300 of these. Only 120 for this. Never mind. That's 300 for the tier 14s. So we might even be able to farm this up right now. In fact, we likely will. There we go. So that's going to get Carnage to 13. That's a good start. And then from there, we'll get Symbiote Spider-Man to 14, then Carnage, then Venom, and then probably Ghost Rider, right? If we get that far before we complete the Dark Dimension 3 section that we need them for, which, you know, right now it's slow going. We've probably got time. We're making a little progress every day. This is going to put Carnage up over 80k. I love it. I love it. All right, so that makes Symbiote Spider-Man the next target. I mean, we could go ahead and get Venom to 12k. But I think I'd rather just go straight into taking Symbiote Spider-Man up where I need him. So here we go. That's all we need for this. We'll start grabbing those out of the store when we see them. Let's start farming up these focus catalysts. This is why I buy catalysts when I see them in the store, man. I mean, it's like the only thing holding me back. He's not gonna need any. He's not gonna need any. We're gonna need so many marrow. God, it's gonna be sick. So we'll probably, while we're waiting on marrow, we'll probably punt over and maybe raise Ghost Rider or somebody like that. Let's see, how much energy am I sporting now? 84 still. Let's refresh this. 30, 60, 70, and 80. There we go. Okay, a little more progress toward the goal. We'll take it. Personally, my car is far from new. It's an 07, but I did buy it new back in 06. All right, so let's see what all kinds of orbs we're sitting on here. Definitely going to be a few basics after spending 1,000 energy. Got 3 serendipity orbs, which is about what we get most mornings. That's 23 more domino shards. We will definitely take that. And I think these last 18 are all Ultimus orbs. Yep, they're all Ultimus orbs. Now there's 19 of them. Yep. packing them away. All right, so let's grab these 6 orbs over here that I know are from raid rewards. We'll take that gear. Beautiful. All right, so that's it for that. So let's go with supplies. Let's start farming out of here. Whoa, Alpha Flight. I don't think I need them now. I still need them for some characters. We're going to go ahead and buy them. There's going to come a time. There's going to come a time. Radiation, Tesseract Energy. I think I'm pretty okay most of this. Uru, yeah, we'll take it. Tesseract, yeah. Okay, so we'll refresh. We're hoping for our marrow. We need bone marrow extract. Is what we really need, and we don't see. But we see almost every other day. I'm seeing it on Baxos. Probably good on that. Shagath Ikor. We'll take a little bit. We're pretty low. We need to get up over 100 dossiers. I think we're okay on phosphates. Yeah. Hammer Tech. Justin Hammer. All right. That'll do it for that. I got nothing to buy there. I'll just save my Blitz credits. I mean, I could just farm Blitz orbs for like those small amounts of gold, but it's not really that big of a deal. Yeah, so that's all I need here. Don't have enough for an orb. Come on, marrow. No. Okay, so we're just going to save our war credits. Don't have enough to do anything. Oh, six-star symbiote. I'm still gonna hold out for Blackwater. I'm not using symbiote in arena, and I want to save those for an arena character. These guys are inexorably catching up to me all the time, and the only thing I can do is just really focus on that arena team and try to stay ahead. So in that spirit, well, let's go take the #1 spot in arena, shall we? Oh, Lucky got hit. It's the baby start dodo now. Why all these guys jockey? I mean, I'm thinking somebody will hit me before the end of the day, so let's go ahead and do it. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Lucky did hit me overnight. Maybe I could get lucky, and he's European and he'll be asleep when the transfer happens, when the rewards are calculated. Okay, so there's a lot of dangerous things on this field, right? The 3 most dangerous are right there in the middle. Well, really Phoenix is most dangerous, but we want to ignore her to not get Dark Phoenix out here anytime soon. We'd like to kill all 4 of these other ones first. So we're just going to hit the middle of the formation. I am going to offense down Taskmaster. I'm going to hold off on flipping until after Maw buffs. So let's hit the middle of the formation again. Maw buff them all up, and now I'll have defense ups on everybody that I can then flip to defense downs. I don't really get the Taskmaster on this squad. Like, it's not a Mark team. There's all of his synergies are really not going to be, and also now I can flip all those stealths as well. Let's just basic her. Hope she doesn't die. There we go. Of course, that's a really strong basic. We'll reapply taunt. We will jack up Taskmaster. And then now we will flip all of these buffs here in a second. I guess we're going to get a chance to top off our health first. Oh boy. So now we're going to flip using the Reality Stone, I believe it is. All right, I'm going to go right at Yo-Yo so that this will hit Phoenix as well. We need to get Phoenix out of there. That killed Yo-Yo in about one shot. Let's see if we can't get Phoenix gone. There we go. We ain't got to worry about none of her crap. And we can throw a moon on these other chuckleheads. Let's throw a moon on them out of stealth. Oh, it's dinner time. It's dinner time here. It's the payout in our arena shard is at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So he may not be European. It may be Americans only in my shard. I didn't know they did it by geography. All right, there we go. So there's the #1 spot. Let's see how long I hold it. I kind of hope I don't, right? I kind of hope somebody comes and gets me. But, you know, if I do, that's fine. It's fine. I won't get as many arena attacks in today. I'll suffer in World Warrior, and Nate will stay ahead of me for another day. But I don't know. Maybe if I blitz enough, I can get ahead of him. We'll see. We'll see. Or these 12 raids. I mean, the war attacks count for a lot, too. So I generally get a lot of World Warrior credit during wars. But Nate's at the point now where he doesn't really need the blitz credits either, so he's attacking 12 times. And really, the more guys we get to do that, the better. But you got to get to a point where you max out all those blitz characters first. And that just takes time. That just takes a lot of time. Okay, grabbing all the stuffs. Looks like there's a new orb or two here. Yep. We'll take them. And that takes me to 20 Ultimus orbs. Nope, no it doesn't. I must have gotten some training mats or something. There we are. Yep, training mats. All right, nice little healthy chunk of them, but we're kind of good on them, really. All right, so we're good with that. Good with that. The war, they haven't even started on us yet. I don't know what they're waiting on. All right, so still a little low for me. I'm not jumping in on any 200Ks. So we'll let the Mortys take all that out as they wake up. It's still pretty early in the morning here in the States. Getting on toward 10. It's later in the morning, but still. So next order of business is probably going to have to be raids. And I've got 2 to join here for sure. So let's get into, we'll get into the alpha to start. We'll take Strike Team 3. Me and Baxos. Baxos will take the outside lane and run his, he's got a couple of good cosmic teams. And then we will go up the middle to start, but we'll go to the outside and we're going to take these city lanes. So let's start off with global characters. That's not a big deal. I got them. All right, so we'll take our shield in there. They'll clear this first node with no problem. So it sounds like you are 5 hours ahead of us, Thomas. Yeah, let's go right at... Yeah, we can go ahead and summon. I think they'll be able to autoplay it pretty easily. And Baxos is doing pretty well too. In fact, he finished first. But S.H.I.E.L.D.'s kind of a slower team. Definitely Mordo, guys. Definitely Mordo, then Doctor Strange. There we go. Okay. Moving right along. Baxos is clearing through those early lanes with Asgard. Later, he'll switch to his BKT when they start going down. So we will get out our City Squad. Our new and improved City Squad, in fact. What's this team up to now? Almost 400K. Almost 400K. Getting there. Getting there. That's where I feel like my team has really made it when they break that 400K barrier. That can often make a team close to 500K with war buffs. That's pretty dope. Pretty dope. Okay. All right. We'll go right at Elektra. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, 5 hours for me. I'm on the. I'm not technically on the East Coast. I'm actually a good long way from the coast, but technically I'm on Eastern Standard Time. Central Time is not very far west of me at all. In fact, if I drove straight south and didn't go west at all, I would find myself in Central Time. Because for some reason, it's not a straight line. There was a lot of politics involved in who came out in what, time zone, and there were a lot of rich, like for instance, Detroit, the city of Detroit in the state of Michigan, which is like Car Central. You probably heard of it, right? That's where all the major automotive manufacturers are, and a lobby of them led by Henry Ford. When they were setting the time zones, they lobbied very hard to get Detroit in the Eastern time zone. Even though it was far enough west to fall into Central Time, they lobbied to put Detroit in Eastern Standard Time so that it would be on the same time zone as the New York Stock Exchange. And that was really important to these big capitalists. So for some reason, the line for the time zones runs straight north-south until it gets about halfway up the country. Then it kind of cuts over, and it includes Michigan and some other Midwestern states in it all of a sudden. So it's kind of weird. Like if you live northish, then the Eastern time zone goes farther to the west than it does if you live in the south. It's weird for me. It's weird for me. I am in Louisville. I am directly north of Nashville by about 2 hours. I mean, almost perfectly north-south with them. But they're on the Central Time Zone, and I'm on the Eastern Time Zone. And the whole thing is just weird, man. It's all just weird. Kind of like daylight savings time, right? Like, do farmers even need that anymore? Do we even have that many farmers now? We certainly don't have as many as we used to. What with big factory farming going on and everything. And do they even care about that hour of daylight? I don't know. I've heard a lot of arguments either way. But I know there's regular Joes like me that work in a big factory. It's kind of a pain in the ass, and we end up losing sleep on days that we don't want to. Well, obviously, the USA is a continental power, but it feels like we're an island country sometimes because many of my countrymen are just uninformed and uninterested on anything that's going on outside of our borders. Unless it's Mexico or Canada, because I guess they consider those like colonies of America. I don't know. But for the most part, there's a lot of people around here that are very disinterested in what anybody's doing anywhere else. And they don't really go, and they don't really take great pains to teach you either in school. I spent way more time in school being taught about Texas history than I was being taught about European history. That is a fact. We spent way more time on the Alamo than we did World War I. I didn't know our holidays were 3 weeks apart. I'd never heard that. All right, so last node. No, not really any need to top these guys off. They'll top themselves off, or, you know, maybe they go down. Not a big deal either way. Meanwhile, Baxos' Asgard is still holding pretty strong over here. Pretty damn strong. I need to go get a massage. I got a knot in my back that is eating me up. One more for Baxos. All right. Be right back with you in just a moment. All right, that should finish up the alpha raid for the morning. Absolutely does. So it's time to get started on U7. All right, so looks like Strike Team 1 is going to be the place to be there. And as per usual, not for any particular reason, I'll start up the left side of the middle lane and I'll put Baxos up the right. Like I say, no particular reason. I just I like to put Baxos and Vac down the same wing of a raid just so I can better track them, essentially. Let's go right at Electra. Yeah, we just passed Father's Day here in the States. It was last Sunday. Yep. Okay, so Baxos is done on Alpha. Let's see, we were in Strike Team 1. There we are. Definitely right at Pyro. All right, so let's stand up, stretch our legs, or well, I'm going to stand up and stretch my legs while we get into the heart of this. Get that silly old chair out of here. And readjust the monitor and the camera. That's not bad, right? We can live with that. Okay. Meanwhile, the guys are just killing. These guys and gals are just killing away. Let's kill away on Morto, shall we? And get rid of some of these troopers. That's a fairly wicked triple trooper chain right there, man. Say that 3 times fast. Triple trooper chain. Triple trooper chain. Okay, never mind. And it's supposed to be 5 times fast, but I couldn't even get through 3. I couldn't even get through 3. All right. So I will assume that Constitution Day is a celebration of the founding of your democracy. Good. Good. It's worth celebrating. I wish we would make a similar holiday here. You know, we have the 4th of July, clearly, you know, but I really wish that we would make voting day a holiday. How do I pronounce that? Fastelavn? Is that right? Third weekend in February. Man, you know, here's the thing, man. Halloween, Valentine's Day, you know, these are absolutely, you know, could be, you know, they're American holidays, but they're not, right? They're corporate holidays, and that's what makes them American. And corporate runs the world right now. In no small part thanks to America, I guess. Yeah, Christmas, big corporate holiday. You know, you go back a few hundred years ago and there was Christmas celebrations, but they weren't anything like today. And then stuff like Valentine's Day and shit like, yeah, they just made that up. You know, those are what we call them Hallmark holidays around here, because we know that the Hallmark Corporation invented most of them to sell cards. Which sounds silly in a digital age, but that's kind of how it went down. Oh no, Baxo's locked up. Sad day. Totally locked up. Oh, nice. Fastelavn. All right, I gotta restart Baxo's. Thankfully, you don't have to see that hot mess. It's kind of hilarious to see Europeans taking on our Halloween holiday, because our Halloween holiday is basically just a corporatized bastardization of an old pagan European holiday, you know, All Hallows Eve and shit like that, you know. So it's kind of weird how that went full circle. Like we scrubbed all the devil out of it and made it a good Christian holiday, and and then it's spread in that form back around the world again. It's weird. And by good Christian holiday, I mean a holiday where people buy lots of useless plastic shit and sell the hell out of candy and make some corporations some money. Don't get me wrong, I fucking love candy. I always loved Halloween growing up. It was fun to dress up. It's just a fun holiday all around. It's clearly designed just for children. Well, not just, I wouldn't say. There's a lot of enjoyment there for the adults. But still, it is a holiday 100% designed with children in mind. Which is a smart way to separate consumers from their dollars, right? I think it's been pretty well established at this point that if you want to get at people's money, their kids is the way to go. There are a lot of products out there specifically marketed to parents. And you think, damn, people used to raise kids, in a wood house on the prairie with none of this shit around. Of course, they have 12 kids and lose 4 of them, so it was a different world. Okay, but like the whole country is like full-throated celebrating Halloween. Like there's little ghouls and goblins going from door to door and all that stuff. Because that's the fun part of it. You get to see all your neighbors' kids come over, and you get to enjoy the costumes and their enthusiasm. And that's the biggest thing. The kids' enthusiasm is infectious. That's where you really get the enjoyment as an adult. And a lot of parents dress up, and in my day, your parents didn't even go with you after you were 9 or 10. That was it. You would go with the bigger kids, and that was it. Nowadays, parents are riding along pretty sharp-eyed, right? They're watching their kids. Well, that's not a bad idea. If you got a holiday lull, why not? Why not go door to door for candy? All right. So that's going to wrap up the raids. Pretty much all we've got there. Might as well fill that holiday lull. All right, so next order of business. Let's take another look at the war. See what teams are showing. Yeesh. Man, the idea of setting up a kill box. Oh, wait a minute. This is not even a full kill box, is it? I wasn't looking at this correctly. That is not a full kill box. All right, we're just going to go straight down the middle, see what we find. I was expecting to see engineering under there, but it doesn't look like we're going to get that. Curious. So security's here. If it turns out engineering is down here, I'm not going to be in love with their. I am going to be in love with their defensive setup because that's going to be easier to go through than all the traditionals. We'll see how we do. I might get surprised here. Strategy is never infallible. So we'll keep an eye on that, but there's no attacks there for VAC. And Baxos doesn't have any energy. So it looks like it's time to move on to Blitz. Looks like it's time for that. Or we could do Dark Dimension and then handle Blitz. Let's take a quick look at Arena. Still number 1. Yeah, let's do DD. Dark Dimension 3. Let's get it out of the way now. Let's go in here and get our daily dose of pain. We would only have 50 work days a year. Okay, well, hold on. First off, nobody gets Halloween off from work. That doesn't happen here. And in fact, a lot of our major holidays, a lot of people don't get off work, right? I have to work every Christmas, every 4th of July. It's not like that here. It's not like that at all. If you are in a non-essential, affluent, upper middle class job, then yeah, maybe at some point, you get all your holidays. Maybe it's in your contract if you've negotiated it well. And certainly at my job, where we have a union negotiated contract, we absolutely get the holidays. But being a maintenance guy, we get thrown to the wind. And we get, don't get me wrong, I get paid an incredible pay scale when I work a holiday. But sometimes I have to work a holiday. I mean, it's triple time, right? My union ensures that I get recompensed in a satisfactory fashion. I have no complaints about that. I get like triple time all week, the week of Christmas, right? So if I work that whole week, I can make, $3,000 to $5,000 in 1 week's time. And that's pretty good. It's pretty good. I got to work a lot of hours and really throw myself at it and ignore my family to do it. So it's not that great, but All right, so anyway, we're worried about these Johnnies. Let's start working some of these Johnnies down. These guys are the ones that seem to come out here and just demolish the whole team. They have just flattened our asses more than once. Well, I am unique. Well, I'm not unique, but I am more of a special case, right? Like there is a strong anti-union sentiment here, and because of that, most people do not get triple time for working holidays. And there's a lot of people. Oh, there went Minerva. There's a lot of people out there working jobs, like grocery stores and restaurants and stuff like that also end up, they don't get any paid vacation. They have to work holidays, and they don't get a damn thing extra for it, unless they just happen to have an employer who's just kind, and that's not very common. Not very common at all. All right, so we're going down hard. We managed to kill one Johnny, and we got the other to half health. Who's Johnny? She said. The Human Torch, honey. The Human Torch. All right. So we're going to just heal the same team up and see if we can't get this other Johnny dead today. And I'll call that a decent amount of progress for this god-awful game mode. This is such a fucking hot mess. There's nothing fun about this. It's just dying every day, chipping away at a massive amount of hit points. It's just like, it's basically, here's our game mode. How fast do you want to get through it? Fill this palm. If you want to get through it quick, give me that money. Otherwise, we'll see you next year. And it buys them time to create more content. Now, they don't have to hear from people, well, I need new content. Where's all the new content? And they're like, all right, here's your fucking content. Chew on this for a while. That is exactly what this exact game mode is. Dark Dimension is so miserable. So the tank's dead in the opening barrage. Like most days, we're not going to get to do a whole lot. This is good. That'll do some damage. But it looks like we're not going to be able to kill this Johnny. Yep, there goes the Reser. Because we're going to be dealing with the taunt on Mr. So-and-so over there. Juggernaut's going to ruin our day, basically. Yep. And I pay money every day to do that twice. It's just not fun. I would pay way more money if they would gig me on like a fun game mode, like a PvP. You want to keep PvP in today? They'd get me on that probably. But hey, you want to keep refreshing and healing your guys up so you can go in and get your teeth kicked in 2 rounds? Like, no, I kind of don't want to do that. I want the reward, so I will muddle through it. But they can really S my D, to be quite honest, with that game mode. It's insulting. Alright, so now we're on to Blitz. Getting into the more ho-hum game modes as opposed to the bad ones. And hopefully we can get around to one of the good ones later, right? We're waiting to get back into the war. I would love it if I could get a few PvP challenges today. I would like more time to practice the draft methods. So anyway, we're going into the Elastic Blitz, but we don't really care about pushing my score. I'm going to push score on Baxos because he needs the guy, but I don't care. So what we're going to do is actually, let's set up a few teams. I was intended to do this off camera, but I slept in a little too long. I mean, it's the same way here, man. You'd be stupid not to, but we got a lot of stupid, right? I mean, we just have a lot of stupid. They convince all these poor people that they're going to be the next fucking Lee Iacocca, and that they're going to have their own company and be a big man. And so, you know, you should hate unions because when you have your own company, they're going to want to take all your profits. Those are just greedy workers. Meanwhile, these people are just workers themselves, and they're like, yeah, fucking greedy ass people. It's just, we got a lot of stupid around here. And most of these idiots don't know shit they didn't learn off their TV. So when they only watch one channel and it feeds them full of crap, they end up full of crap. It is what it is. They poisoned my fucking grandmother. She was nuts by the time she died. So anyway, getting off that crap. Let's go and put ourselves some teams together. We're gonna have to go straight to the roster here and search for Unity and find ourselves some decent team combinations. We're going to lose down, right, and get ourselves, we're like at 8-1, I think, right now. We're going to lose down to where we'll be able to net some pretty easy wins. And then we're going to use these Unity characters to work back up. So it looks like we want to use brawlers, or just any team that doesn't have one of these guys on it, we want to use to lose down. All right. And so what I can do here, hang on, is I can use Baxos to help me track all this crap. So let's go to Unity on him. And now I'm looking at the same page over there that I'm looking at here. But let's go straight into Blitz then. I'll use this as a reference, and we'll put some teams together. I have some save teams that I can put in still, so let's go ahead and save a few right now. Well, first off, let's go ahead and just... Are there any of these shield characters on that Unity ticket? Just Black Widow and Captain America, not the others. Okay. So let's go back to that shield team. Actually, can we attack with just one person? No, we cannot. All right, so we're gonna have to take a team in there that we will then try to intentionally lose. Shield's probably a bad choice. So let's go with, what about these craptastics? I'm not seeing any of these characters on the list that I can tell for Unity characters. No minions with Unity tags. That's a good call, Thomas. That's a good call. All right, well then I think we're good right here with what we're looking at. So let's lose down with these guys. We'll go right up against this shield team. And then we're going to see if we can get them to take us apart. And we're going to try to play badly in every way we can. So we're going to hit a tank that has a counterattack on with a basic. We're definitely not going to heal. We're going to hit Nick for the counterattack. There we go. We're going to basic on the... Well, that tank might fall. Oh, well, whatever. He's a summons. All right. So it's one loss down. That might go quickest. Mm-hmm. Well, we're off to a good start here. We can just chip away at various barriers and wait for them to unload all of this big damage on us, and we'll get this loss on its way. Try to focus on characters that have defense ups. All right. Done and done. Drops us to 7. Oh, I could just quit. You're right. Thank you for reminding me, Thomas. This is not something I've engaged in very commonly. So good call on that. Okay, so let me see here. So no minions, so let's just make sure that we don't have Wasp on this list anywhere. I don't see her. So yeah, this should be a fine team to lose with as well. So we'll get this down. Because like I say, I don't care about points. I don't care about, you know, Mr. Fantastic. I've got him capped. Oh yeah, I farm the hell out of tier 8. That's my strategy. I got, you know, around 10 teams that can do well in tier 8, and so I'm able to farm, and they're all in the 400k range. So I'm able to farm a lot of points in 8-3. That's the way I like to go. I'm usually bringing in about 100,000 a win. All right, we're down to 4, but let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's really get this down here. So it looks like we have the team that's going to have most of its members represented here. Looks like defenders, actually. Three of these characters are defenders. I see 2 Sinister 6 characters, a couple of Avengers. You got Yondu in here as the lone Ravager. Venom's on this list. Really? Yeah, okay. So it looks like we could use our Avenger team here. That gets us to 3. Let's get down to 2. Let's take it all the way to 1 if we can. Yeah, I mean, getting into the millions is kind of what I'm aiming for. I try to, on any blitz I give a damn about, I'm aiming for 10 million or more is what my goal typically is. And that'll get me usually like the 1 to 3 percentile range, which is a decent reward. Let's see now. Yeah, we can just go ahead and lose out. I'm still kind of, all right, we got Thanos. We do got a few X-Men. We might end up making like an X-Men X-Force hybrid. Which could maybe do well here. Some of these is enough of them I could put them on their regular team and they would do pretty well even into the higher tiers. We could maybe climb to 5 or 6 and then drop back down again. That would not be too worrisome. All right, I'm going to sit back down. All right. And we're back. Just a little monitor adjustment. Just a hair of camera adjustment. And off we go. So that should put us down to tier 1. We're at the very beginning of the blitz. So let's start things off here. I got a few Guardians I'm looking at. The symbiote Spider-Man and Venom combination is hilarious. Call Obsidian. I'm seeing some Wakandans. Okay, so rather than making half-ass teams, let's grab the good teams that we know have multiple characters on this list, right? So let's start with one of my more ho-hum options here, and that would be Defenders. But Defenders is going to be able to guarantee wins all the way up till probably tier 7. So let's just start rolling through these wins as fast as possible. So that we can get these Unity orbs going on. Smoke them if you got them. Easy win. Easy win. Packing on the Unity. Now, of course, we're getting the Unity shards for every victory anyway. But I do want to be focusing on the teams that will have the most of these characters. I think I got you beat there, buddy. And I have bought some offers, obviously. But still, that's a good number of shards. That is a good number of shards. Let's get Punisher out of here. And she looks to be a decent character. I'm holding off any major judgments on X-Force. I mean, I made some major judgments on Black Order, right? And I waited until they all released, right? I was pretty excited about it, but once they all released and things really weren't panning out well with them, I was pretty angry. So now I'm not falling into that again. We're gonna pick this team up. We'll see how they do. If they end up being in the middle of my attack roster and not the top of it, so be it. I need 12 teams. Not all of these teams really cut the mustard every war. So, yeah, more are always welcome. Let's see now. So we'll do Sinister Six next. So how many stars did those 95 get you to? I never had that math memorized in my head. I roll through those early levels pretty quick. Oh yeah. Really want those milestones, man. I need those 12 marrow. I need that. I need it bad. Okay, cool. So you're nearly there. 5 more shards. 5 more. So now we know, man, out of all the teams in the Marvel Universe, it's Defenders that are most down with the pride, man. And I mean, I think they're all straight, right? They're all straight, aren't they? Pretty sure. Alright, collecting our points and moving on. We might be at 50 charges now. We might be time to move. Yep, it's time to move, so we're going to grab Sinister Six. Which is really going to be not too difficult to get some victories with. Oh man, getting Minerva to Gear Tier 14 is so worth it. I am so happy I did that. And she has really been proven to be, she's probably the most important character that I have in Cosmic. I think she's out damaging Black Bolt for the looks of things, right? Like, she's pretty critical. Also, she's the only time I've gotten on a good run and kept Thanos alive was through the first couple of Cosmic nodes. And, you know, she was able to do it then because we didn't have as many, you know, massive drops and having 10 characters up against you. Well, I mean, maybe Danny Rand might be a little bi. I have no idea, but I like, you know, Luke and JJ get married at some point in the comics. Nah, man, that girl. The occasional drunken fling seems to be her thing. Like, shoves everybody away and actually doesn't have anybody in her life regularly, and then once in a while the dam breaks and she gets into a drunken fling for one or two, you know, and she moves on. That's 100% that kind of girl, you know. That's the kind of damage she's working with. I don't know why. I'm used to go on one team to the left and keep rolling. I got to get out of that swing. All right, here we go. Here we go. And also, I was really thinking as much about girls I used to know as Jessica Jones, but still. Yeah. No hint of it in the comics that I read or the Marvel show, the TV show on Netflix. Dude, she really looks the part. She really sold the sarcasm. I thought she did a great job. I thought she did a great job. I kind of enjoyed her show more than I thought I would, because like Jessica Jones, that show on that Netflix show was not even really a superhero show, man, right? Like every time it kind of went that direction, she would be rolling her eyes and talking about how stupid it was. Her show was more of a sort of a noir kind of film, dusty and gritty and people doing illicit things and investigations and that kind of thing. And then, a solo investigator working through their own mental issues. And, like that was definitely a different kind of tone to the other shows. I enjoyed it. Oh, my favorite ever has got to be Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. It's way campier than Jessica Jones, but I love it. I just love it. Well, I can't argue with you there, man. That first season of Jessica Jones is definitely one of the best single season outings that I've seen from them. No doubt about it. And in no small part because of David Tennant, right? I can't argue that. That was a fantastic villain. It was a well-conceptualized character played incredibly by a fantastic actor. I enjoyed the whole season, and I loved that they brought him back a little bit in season 2. Unfortunately, we'll probably never see any more of that show. But a guy can hope. If I was in that office making that decision, I would be a dick about it. And I would bring back all of those Netflix actors. I would bring back the same guy to play Luke Cage, the same girl to play JJ, definitely bring back Charlie Cox to play Daredevil, and then I would recast Danny Rand. I'd even bring back Colleen Wing, but I would recast Danny Rand. Yeah, I think that's just a rumor, but I hope it's true. I hope it's true. It would be incredible. I've read articles on that where, he's going to need a lawyer, right? Because of the whole ending after credit scene during the last Spider-Man movie, Far From Home. So clearly he's going to be in legal issues because he's been outed and he's got J. Jonah Jameson after his ass. And I can't wait to see all that. I am there for that. So if he does need a lawyer and it ends up being... There's also talk it could end up being She-Hulk, who is also an attorney, but it is going to be a show pretty soon on Disney Plus. But who knows? Who knows? That's Sony doing that film, so it's very likely it could be Charlie Cox. Man, if they bring back Vincent D'Onofrio as the Kingpin, I will freak the fuck out. I will love that shit. He was incredible, man. That was the best Kingpin I have ever seen. All right, so we definitely got one on this team. Like, let me look here. Like, let's go to let's go to Black Order. We got 2 on Black Order. Well, hold on. Let's wait until we get to a higher tier, and then we'll do Black Order, and then we'll lose down. How about that? How about that? So let's do Guardians. Let's do Guardians. Honestly, I have nothing against Barenthal. I didn't think he was that great in The Walking Dead, but he was my brother's favorite character. And I can see how, I can see the appeal. And I thought he did okay. I thought he did a really good Punisher, actually. I didn't like the show as much. I didn't like the plots. It had nothing to do with Barenthal. I thought he was a fine Punisher. And I really thought the move to bring him from making him a cop to move him toward being a soldier dealing with PTSD was actually pretty cool. And fit more in the world that we're living in, right? Or, who knows? Well, the renegade vigilante cop, it may fit more. I don't know. But in any case, there were things I liked about the show, and there were things I just didn't. And it didn't really, I watched it, but it didn't really hold my attention the way the others did. Even Iron Fist, which was clearly the weakest of the bunch. I mean, I rolled my eyes at Iron Fist so commonly. Why am I playing this team? What am I doing? What am I doing? Hang on. Are any of these guys on Unity? I don't see any of them. So let's lose. Let's just lose out. There we go. Okay, so what I want to do then, don't want to do Black Order yet. We wanted to do Guardians. That's what I was aiming for. I got distracted talking about Punisher. Wait a minute. There we go. There's some Guardians. So Groot, Rocket are really the only two unities I think on this team. Looking at these things, but that's enough. Let's get in there and earn a few points. We just want to get wins, and wins will be easy because we're in the lower reaches, the lower tiers. And even so, we have 2 million scored. Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of us dislike the actor because we dislike the character that he played in Walking Dead. It was kind of a fucking douchebag. I don't know. Complicated douchebag, but still. All right. Get some easy wins here. You got me all excited thinking about Vincent D'Onofrio playing Kingpin again. Whew, man, that'd be something. I'd love to watch that. I would love to watch that. That would be fantastic, man. Okay, so we're just gathering up some Unity points. We're intentionally losing down to stay in the lower tiers so that we can keep getting victories, which is what we're getting Unity orbs from. And so we can play around with some other teams that I might not always take into the 7 and 8 tier range. So let's go ahead and play these guys on out until they're done with 25s. That's probably as far as I'm going to go on farming today. But I might go into 50s if I have the time. But we're probably not going to have the time. All right. God, guys, why didn't you hit autoplay while I was gone? What the hell are you doing over here? I'm kidding. So let's get these Unity orbs. I'm going to gather up as many as we can this morning, and I'm going to keep working on it at work. go. Godspeed, Thomas. Godspeed, sir. I've got her open. I'm just working her up toward that 6-7 star range. That's basically my goal. Is I don't necessarily have to have all those characters capped out, right? Immediately. I'm not that big of a whale, but I do like to have them up in the 5 to 7 star range, like all of them. Then they're a usable team for me, right? I mean, before that, they're just pretty faces sitting at the bottom of the roster who don't do much. Yeah, I mean, insofar as output, I have not really received much output from my X-Force team thus far. But they're not yet complete. And with Negasonic still being underpowered, I'm not trying to judge them too harshly. Bringing on that Unity. $1,500 in the old inventory. All right, so after that, let's go with we got Avengers, we got Spider-Verse, we did Sinister Six, we've got X-Men 2, we'll do them last, or maybe Black Order last. Power Armor, yeah, Power Armor's in there, X-Force is in there. Let's do X-Force right now. Yeah, the same way. I want to get them to 5. I kind of am making them a priority. Well, not my first priority. My first priority is DD3, obviously. But let's take, here's what we'll do. To get even more of this squeezed in, let's take this team, and we're going to drop Korath off of there, and we're going to pick up Yondu. Yondu's a Unity character, but he doesn't really have a good team to go with that has any other Unity characters on them. Did I had to have passed Yondu? He's higher up here, I think. Where are you at, Blue Boy? Maybe I didn't. I have not fooled with him in a while. There he is. So we'll roll with this team. We'll get as many wins as we can out of these guys. Well, hopefully the full gamut. Yeah, there we go. Let me just let you enjoy the art and the tips. We want you to know exactly what AIM stands for. I'm pretty good with my domino, right? 6 red stars, 81K. So that I can live with. For me, it's definitely Negasonic that needs the work. We're going to get Wanda out of here, start a little slice and dice with DP. And we're up to 58,000 now on Negasonic. I still need to buy 5 more levels on her. So we'll get those heal blocks on, and she actually managed to land all of those. So I'm pretty impressed by that. We're going to charge up Cable, try to take Yondu down. I don't want him to summon. Let's go ahead and put up a second charge there. Or, I guess that doesn't charge him twice. Okay, now we know. Now we know. This is a good time for playtesting. A little hacky sacking. And a boom boom. And there we go. All right. Who else we got? Right at medic. Little Yuka arrow to the face. All right. $2,000 from a single game, huh? Talking about you or me? Now, why didn't that give Unity shards? Awesome. Congratulations, sir. I'm curious, why didn't that give Unity shards? All right, back at it. Oh. So going from T3 to T4, for instance, gives me a bonus? Okay. If that's what you mean, I can climb higher. But I've already been to 8 and dropped down, so maybe it's first time bonus or something. No stealth for you. Slicing and dicing. Dodge that. Oh, okay, it's a random one. Gotcha. The victory reward for each. Gotcha. The victory reward for each battle. All right, let's get you out of there. I need me some of that. Yeah. You're right up here. I've been getting a pretty steady 50. Well, let's see, getting 50. It's like pulling a gold orb, I guess, what you got. All right. Yeah. Okay. How about no taunt for Hulk? Oh, nice. Finished off Spider-Man. Let's get some heal blocks going on. Yank Wolverine. Well, Deadpool. And here we go. Awesome, man. That makes for some nice quick progress. Yeah, like a lot of those initial milestones on that one is just one orb and you move up. It starts to get a little deeper in. Ah, come on. I think they are. Yeah, it's going to be 50s now. It's a pretty good one to get 50s with, though. Let's keep going. I have no idea. To count? I don't know if there's a character level requirement. Not that I'm aware of. I don't think that will do what I want it to, but let's try. Little whammy. That's starting to do better damage. And land the effect more often too. Deadpool. So congratulations on the unlock. Nah, let's hit cap. All right. Still no teams worth attacking with VAC. They have finally started up clearing our defense. All right, hang on. What's going on over here? $2,000. Let's keep that going. Couple more, maybe we'll lose a few more down. Hey man, I'm just taking what I'm given because I'm working for a living. All right. Sorry, little Huey Lewis. I grew up on the guy. Oh, come back and kill Punisher. Thank you. Thank you. Drop the hammer with Negasonic. Let's yank up Captain Marvel. Let's try to get her out of here. Oh, come on. That'll work. That'll work. Then nothing on the next one. Sometimes nothing, sometimes 50, sometimes 2,000. That seems to be what's going on there. All right, so now we're up to 100 on this team. So I'm still 55,000 charges. We could easily spend these hundreds, but let's jump out of here real quick. Let's check those milestones. $21 done, and I'm aiming to get to 28. If I can get the rest of them too, I would love to get down here and get these 200 superior basics. But 28 is the bare minimum that I want to get out of this thing. And oh man, how am I forgetting? Let's do alliance donations, and let me tell you what. Let's swap you over to Baxos for just a minute. While we do these alliance donations, and then I'm going to leave you there for a second. So that this does not broadcast, and I'm going to pull up our defense and see what I can do about boosting. Without, of course, broadcasting our defensive layout to the internet. Skilled has an almost 300k in humans team with war buffs, and I am impressed. I am impressed. Okay. So that's all I can do there. So now I'll swap you back over to VAC. And let's take a look at a few things. Let's check Arena, still number 1. Looks like we have some new orbs here. Two Unity orbs. Ooh. Ooh. Ah. We will take it. No movement on the milestones there. We're getting there. We're getting there. Okay, so a little time left. Back to Blitz. Let's win one more, and then, I don't know, maybe we get to 6. We'll start losing off again. Maybe at that point. Okay, so we've done Guardians. It looks like let's see what we can do with it looks like Avengers. It looks like Avengers is up. Power Armor is definitely going to have to be in the mix. And so is Symbiotes, weirdly. So is Symbiotes. So yeah, let's go ahead and see if we can't get some wins on Avengers here. Before we start getting into punch-up range where these guys start having difficulties. Okay. Let's ability block Elektra and prevent her from stealthing. Slow everybody. Taunt up with the big guy here. Back to Elektra. I'd throw a shield if there was anything good to take on, and I don't want to taunt this turn with him, so we'll just go right back to the basic attack. She's so annoying in this regard, but about anything we throw out there is going to kill her. Resurrecting with that little health, it's just not that helpful. Let's stun Wolverine. Nice. Alright, now I want to taunt with Cap. Alright. Retaunt again with Hulk. Alright. This is not really my favorite character release method. I can see how for new characters it's a great way to kill, you know, 4 or 5 birds with one stone. But it's making me grind out a character I have maxed. Alright, let's see about shielding off that. There we go. There we go. Let's try to stun Iron Man before he does anything wonky. Sweet. A little taunt on Cap. Spread some energy around. Well, there went our speed buffs. But we ought to be able to finish this out. $150. 150 is good. So I'm pretty much going to spend all day blitzing. I'm not real happy about that, but if work cooperates, that's what we'll be doing. I'm in maintenance, right? So there's a little bit of preventative work that I do on a daily basis, topping off oil tanks, things like that. But also changing water filters, shit like that. But also, once I get all that done for the rest of my shift, like if everything is just running smooth, then I'm like a fireman. I'm sitting in the firehouse waiting for a fire to break out. And if one don't break out, then I might have a pretty good day. Usually a few small ones break out though. Bop Punisher. Okay, great. Great move. Glad I went that way. Let's buff it up and around. I don't actively play this team a whole lot. That's the thing about your really good defense teams. You almost never see them in action. Blitz is pretty much it. Nice. Killed by the summons. Of course, summons get their red star levels of their summoner, and I have a 7 red star Kingpin. So those guys come out pretty tanky, right? Those guys come out pretty tanky. Anyway, I wasn't supposed to go to them. That was me just falling into my programming. Let's go and take our Avengers and try to beat... Oh, no, you know what? I need to lose down. That's what I should have done. I don't think any of those mercs are on this list. Let's check. Nope, just Deadpool. So yeah, we'll go back to mercs and then lose on purpose next time. Let's see if we can't kill these hands. So ability block him so he's not going to stealth everybody. And it gives us 1 extra turn to get him dead. Let's get our taunt on. Oh, sweet. A reapplied ability block. And then Hulk will make it a moot point. There you go. There you go. Now we'll taunt over here on Cap. Oh man, come on. Not a lot of deeps on this team. Shield up base. So let's just go ahead. I think we can get another win with these guys. Let's just go straight on to tier 6 and then start losing down. We're still punching across. Not in humans. Maybe this guard defender team. I don't know. Yeah, let's go with these guys. So we're just cranking out these unities as best we can. Spider-Man, if we can hit him. Alright, hopefully we can clear this. Shit. Still resisted. He will not be denied. He is inevitable. He is Thanos. And he is now my best character. Black Bolt's been sitting on the top of that heap for a while. But put some more effort into the Black Order after they, really did well. And next thing you know, I got 112k Thanos. I would love to see what he looks like at 7 red stars. I have him at 6. And I'm saving up upgrade. I'm saving up upgrades just for Black Order. And if I can get enough, Thanos would be the first one I'd go at. I'd get him 7 red stars. But then with the stuff I get from Dark Dimension 3, if I get it in a timely fashion, which is doubtful, then very likely I could be putting a lot of that toward Maw when he becomes available. Let's see about doing some damage there. Blah. That was a mistake. He had immunity up. But we will recover. Okay, we got that win. Another 50 unity points. Or shards. That got us to the 50 points on this guy, on this team. We can go ahead then and go right to Mercs. and just go lose. Yeah, out we go. So we will lose down to make for some easier victories. And then we're going to play through our least good Unity teams. All right, out we go. Piss off, Danvers. You win, I'm going home. Man. Taking my ball, I'm going home. I don't want to play. That's got us down to 3. Let's see here. I don't think any of these Hydra are, nope, absolutely not. I don't think Nazis are very pro-gay. Nine. All right. We're out of here. All right. That should have us to 2. It's probably good enough. But we might as well be comprehensive. Piss off, Danvers. Oh, you always get to go first. All right, so now we're at the bottom again. Let me look at what we got going on here. I know that we got a couple to 3 of the Black Order. We did definitely have some power armor. We took care of Yondu. So let's do symbiotes. Blow up the... Oh, she dodged. That was a timely dodge. These are hardly fair. It's a really big punch down. But we are just looking for, more so than, we're not really looking for maximized blitz points, so we don't care about 8-3. So we're down here so that we can continue to gain fast victories, any one of which might give us 2,000 unity points, or unity orb shards. But also we know that Spider-Man and Symbiote Spider-Man are both on this unity list. So we're just trying to gain a few extra unity points as we go through the wins. Trying to get as many of these orbs as we can muster. And in the spirit of that, I'm going to spend as much time as possible today doing this, including off camera between now and the night stream, so that I can be sure I can get to the end of these milestones. I want those marrows. So we have 50,000 blitz charges, roughly. I've had a lot of things given to me. I rarely ever need to use them. So we're going to burn a lot of them today. You know, we'll see. I've gone hard and burned a lot of them before, and I still have yet to drop below 50. I get down toward 50, and then it builds back up again. So I don't know. We'll see. Because I've only got so much time to blitz. But hopefully today I will. We'll see. If the lines cooperate. If everything runs smoothly at the factory. Easy peasy. So we're just banging these out and hoping for as many fragments every fight as we can get. It's pretty RNG. Yeah, I don't know, Thomas. I've been hoping that for a long time, my friend. And usually by the time one makes it there, I've already got them to 6 stars or so, and so I get done with them pretty quickly. So yeah, man, I know I've been using my blitz credits on nothing but war exclusively for a long time now. So we're done with that. Let's move on to another team that might even have more characters, including Black Order, X-Men, because Phoenix is on this list. America Chavez looks to be the only person. No, America Chavez and Gamora on my brawlers. That's a perfect choice right now. And then we'll get to the better teams. There we go. This is my girl power team. Pretty good one too. Yeah. Elsa is incredible. I would prioritize her over Karnak. Karnak gets a rough road. I mean, he's a good character, right? He just seems very underwhelming compared to the other characters on that team. I don't know. It's an even worse and egregious version of Wolverine. Wolverine's been reworked. He's not terrible. But on X-Men, he doesn't stand out. In fact, without X-Men, without that extra damage, with the Cannonball Special, he really isn't all that much. Let's go at Mantis. These guys are so overpowered. For this fight, we can just roll right through that. Yeah, Ghost Rider's incredible. I wish I had a 7 Red Star Ghost Rider. That would be so sweet. I've seen one in action and it's scary. So there's a 375. So there are a lot of different totals we can get in this. Looks like a winner. I would go Yo-Yo, but she's harder to get, so Karnak may be the better way to go. Well, I mean, if there's no offer, then definitely don't. Like, I certainly would not sit there and buy premium orbs until you get her. I wouldn't recommend that at all. They would love it if everybody bought her that way, but now that $25 offer that had 100 yo-yo shards on it, that was a pretty good offer. It was a pretty good offer. Had a bunch of others too. I could probably look it up. I think it's still sitting in there on back sales, but I never look at his offer page. Yeah. I'm of a mind that if you're right on the line, like maybe buy some characters offers, but not a lot, then definitely Yo-Yo would be a decent decision. You're not likely to see a Black Bolt offer, right? You're just gonna have to go get them with Asgardians, but you can do that. You can farm that up. Yo-Yo and Minerva are the two characters in the game that you just cannot get any other way reliably. You can farm the shit out of premium orbs, but that's going to take forever to get you there. I guess Coulson's on that list as well. I want another one of them 2,000 drops, man. That's tasty. Bring that back. Where's that at? Where's that at? All right, let's get rid of Ultra. And work on Punisher. We got him. All right, we'll see about stripping that. Nice job. Beautiful. Okay. So now we're to the 50s range on that. Let's see what would be next. Done it. Done it. Just did it. Ba-da-da. Power armor. Power armor, X-Men, Wakanda. That or we just stick a Black Panther in somewhere. Not hell with it. Let's do some Wakanda. Yeah. Well done. It's not every match that M'Baku shows out. Like almost never. Like almost never, man. Nice. Let's get a little kill chain going. I really need to jack that Black Panther one day. $96K. I need to get him up over 100. Taunt. This team. Somebody was like, I don't know what to do with my Hulk. I don't have Red Skull yet. You know, that was like, okay. $50, we'll take it. It's slow going, but we're making progress. We're just going to have to keep doing this for the next few days. Get them marrows. All about the marrows. Damn mini uniques, man. That fight might have been drastically different, or at least slightly different, if they had not taunted on Crossbones as well as the Hulk. But the AI on the computer targeting and such is just not that, it's not that sophisticated. Alright, so done with Wakanda. So it looks like I got X-Men, Black Order, and power armor left. Let's do power armor. All right. Gonna knock these out now, sitting here at the PC. Because power armor, you definitely have to pay attention to the order of the abilities, at least through about the first half of the fight. And then the rest of these I'll probably autoplay as I get ready for work. I'm going to check the status of the war over here one more time. Oh, we're through. We're through. Need to make a call. Heyo. I see a juicy target. So no kill box. They have got their buffing rooms split up. All right. .5 and 4.8. So we'll finish this fight up and then we'll do that call. But if you're here and listening, then Professor Shade's in reactor. I'm going to mark him. LSR is just slightly higher. Neither one of them is all that. Neither one of them is all that. Alright, so we buff up. And this is the point you can just kind of autoplay from here. And it still works out pretty well most of the time, particularly in a low tier of Blitz. And in fact, goes very quickly. And hopefully we'll see another 2,000 drop. Ooh. Ooh. I meticulously curate phone calls. If I don't know the number, I generally don't pick up. All those debuffs he just spread go away. And we start the Wombo, which so far has not gotten past this point right here. Yep. Poor Falcon and Iron Man. They don't even have much to do. 50, we'll take 50. It's better than nothing. I want 2,000. Give me another 2K. We can do that. Come on, we can do that. One more. Just one more before I got to go to work. I used to do that. I used to do that with the various religious sects that would knock on my door, but not phone salesmen. Oh, I didn't make the call. Another 50. Take it. That puts them to the 50 mark. All right. So then let's, no, it's 10 to 12. Okay. So this is the point where I have to call it. It is time for me to start my body moving and get it off to the factory. So I want to thank everyone who's been riding along with me live today, particularly Mr. Sander, always a loyal viewer. I appreciate you, man. And we'll be back tonight for an evening stream. So until I see you again, be cool, have fun, keep gaming, man, and I'm back, and I'm out of here.